Namaskar The Global Tradition. No handshakes, hugging and kissing, just Namaskar to all. In the present pandemic situation, let us greet each other the Namaskar way. Namaskar or Namaste is a word of Sanskrit origin. In the Vedic Sanatana Hindu tradition, Namaskar is the greeting gesture used with each other. It is also the gesture to honor the soul and also to praise the divinity and glory of the gods. Although Namaskar has prevailed, practiced and is preserved in the Sanatana Vedic culture, it has nothing to do with sectarianism or racism. It is scientific and simply down-to-earth tradition. It is pragmatically the common sense of sanitizing oneself in the society. It is neither a practice limited to orthodox Brahmanic rituals as some accuse. In fact, it is the Sanatan or the universal tradition. It symbolizes the salutation to the eternal soul or the spirit encased within the physical body. Therefore, by Namaskar, we address not the body but the soul within, which is the true identity of a person or an entity.
Namaste, Jerome, means the divinity within me salutes the divinity within you.
Understanding the scientific aspect of Namaskar. The joining together of the left and the right palm of our hands at the heart level forms a cordial gesture for oneself and the others around. In doing so, our palms get locked and form a closed circuit for oneself. At this moment, the influence of the outside world is neutralized, while the offering of salutation to the soul of another person is done transcending all physical and non-physical barriers that pose as obstacles in between at a given instant. Namaskar is also a form of yoga. Ancient Taoist philosophy reflected in yin-yang, the Ida Pingala Nadi symbolism, the principle of bipolar unity or yoga is parallel to Namaskar. The scientific basis for this is such that the synaptic response of the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system corresponding to the left and the right brain hemisphere is activated to enhance momentary immunity and self-awareness. As our neurological processes and motor sensory fields synchronize together at the subconscious level within the microcosm. It is this dimension that the gesture of Namaskar invoke in us, although temporarily. It is at this close proximity with the outer world that either empowerment or contamination happens. The shaking of the hands, hugging and kissing gives rise to a welcoming open circuit to the outside world, wherein get the chances of flow of malevolent energy at the spiritual dimension and also the probable contamination of invisible and invading germs and viruses at the physical dimension. The mudra of Namaskar defies such probable contamination at vital moments when two or many entities come to contact or greet in closer proximity. The ancient rishis of the past had therefore set this socio-cultural tradition to ensure naturally sanitizing practice for social distancing and insulation, a form of isolation what modern scientists are emphasizing. The enlightened rishis of the past had handed down such tradition, foreseeing the various environmental and practical aspects of life in the social contexts then and in future. The Himalayas had been the cradle of spiritual sadhana and austerity of the rishis, buddhas, bodhisattvas and saints from time immemorial. Although Nepal had been the original land of Namaskar, the tradition is beyond cultural, political and geographical boundaries. Therefore, the tradition of Namaskar had been in practice in all corners of the old world among the Taoists, ancient Christians, nature-worshipping groups, ancient goddess culture, tribal communities, Muslims, Buddhists, Hindus, Jains, Pagans, Sikhs, Jews, etc. So let's harmonize, sanitize and unite the divided world by Namaskar to fight back the coronavirus and any other pandemic in future.